sit there.
All right. Okay. I'm about ready to go. All right. Are we doing an anthem? Nah. Welcome back to Paul J. Uthier Fieldhouse on the campus of Chisholm High School as the 53rd annual Wheat Capital Basketball Tournament continues. And we are so glad to bring it to you on Squirtle. Our first boys semifinal game features the Kingfisher Yellow Jackets. They'll take on the Bears from John Marshall. Tom Nelson, glad to be with you for this call. And Michael Swisher, who knows all about Kingfisher High School sports, joins me on the broadcast. And first of all, I've got to say, Swish, we're looking at a Kingfisher team that lost a lot from a year ago in that great senior class, but these guys so far so good.
Yeah, you lose all 5 starters, you expect a drop-off. Production-wise, there has been a drop-off, but as far as the record goes, not so much. 9-0, ranked number 1. And they've seen their struggles. They've had to really grit through some games, but this is a group of guys who, for the last couple of years, have been going every day in practice with the likes of Bijan Cortez and Matthew Stone. So, they've seen some pretty good competition.
Starting lineup for Kingfisher, Cash Lazicki's a 5'10" junior. Then you got Xavier Ridenauer, 6'1" junior. Maddox Mecklenburg, a 6'2" junior. Caden Kitchens, a 6'1" junior. And 6'4" senior Chase Davis. For John Marshall, Derek Lawrence, a 6'2" junior. 6-foot-tall senior Elijah Goldsmith. 6'3" senior DeQuaylen Mitchell. 6'5" sophomore Pecola McLeod. And 6'2" junior Jalil Abdullah. And we are ready for our first boys semifinal as we get a chance to see the defending state champions in Class 4A. First time I've seen them. You've seen a lot of them. This should be a fun one.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be an interesting test of wills here. See if Kingfisher can handle the pressure that John Marshall's going to throw at them.
Three-pointer top with a key misses by Chase Davis. Kingfisher, the home white uniforms. Navy blue numbers, piping. And then you've got John Marshall, the road reds, and blue Marshall across the front.
Davis, the lone senior starter for Kingfisher. Everybody else juniors on the floor right now.
And we'll talk a little bit later on the fact that the girls aren't here this week. Very similar to why the Kingfisher boys weren't here a couple of years ago when the only time they didn't win this thing back in 2018 or 19. Little right-hander up and in as John Marshall scores first. Jalil Abdullah puts them on top 2-0.
Yeah, nice move in the post. Just kind of use a little baby sky hook there. Got it to fall.
Around the perimeter on the right side, Cash Lazicki, they'll work it into the post and back out high. Jared Reese, the head coach for Kingfisher, what a run he has had as Lazicki gets up into the air and he's fouled.
9th season at Kingfisher for Coach Reese, 205 and 23. Not bad. It's .899 if you're keeping track at home.
Well, they've got a 29-game winning streak coming into tonight. That foul was the first on DeQuaylen Mitchell, first team foul. Three-pointer top side, off the heel. Missing from Xavier Ridenauer.
He's the one they need to get going. He's been struggling from three-point range the last couple of games. If they can get him to hit, they'll be much more effective.
To the baseline goes DeQuaylen Mitchell, kicks it into the right corner. Back out high right, finding Abdullah. Three-pointer good. Over the top of Chase Davis. He's got the first 5 for John Marshall. They're on top 5-0, less than 2 in. Out high left side, Maddox Mecklenburg. Around the perimeter right side. Lazicki, left side. Mecklenburg drives and dishes back out high to Caden Kitchens. Kitchens down the right side of the lane, cut off. And back out high. Ridenauer all the way to the cup, scores with the right hand, and Kingfisher's on the board.
Right back come the Bears, and that's one thing Kingfisher's going to have to worry about. How quickly can they get back on defense?
Runner in the lane, off the window, no good by Derek Lawrence. Here come the Yellow Jackets in the run. All the way to the cup and a foul, and free throws are coming for Xavier Ridenauer.
Now his older brother Maverick was one of those 5 starters from a year ago who graduated, now at a prep school in Kansas.
I had not been paying much attention
Shame on you, Tom.
to college basketball recently, and I'm a K-State fan, so I flipped on the game the other night and I didn't realize Bijan was getting a pretty good run. Though he didn't play because of the COVID, but he'd been getting a pretty good run.
Yeah, he's getting anywhere, 8 to 15 minutes a game right now as a true freshman for the Sooners. Played 15 minutes against number 1 Baylor the other night. Scored 6 points, 3 assists.
Yeah. 2 for 2 at the line for Ridenauer. He's got 4 points. It's a 5-4 ball game. And another D1 player, Matthew Stone, down at North Texas. How is he doing?
Yeah, he's not playing as much, but they're pretty upperclassmen heavy squad up there at North Texas, or down there at North Texas. So one thing about Stone, he's going to work his tail off and find himself a way.
Oh, nearly a turnover in front of the Kingfisher bench. Down the right side of the lane, the runner by DeQuaylen Mitchell is no good. Here come the Jackets trying to grab their first lead. 5 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the first quarter. 5-4 Bears. Weave out high and the handoff. Left side on the wing. There's Maddox Mecklenburg. Nice look underneath the reverse. Crawls off. No good for Chase Davis.
You'll see them run that play a lot against a man-to-man defense, and it more often than not results in 2 points.
Post up Goldsmith turning, and they're going to get him for the offensive foul.
Drop that right shoulder right into him, and easy call to make.
Yeah, talking about, mentioned this in the previous game. You take those seniors and then the 9-0 start, 4+ year record, 118-4. 116-4.
Yep.
116-4.
Yep.
That ain't bad.
Well.
Oh, nice jump stop and underneath. Thought it might have been a travel, but anyway, Maddox Mecklenburg will score.
I honestly think it depends on your officials. Well, he got that called on him Tuesday night. Got called for a travel on that very same play.
Kingfisher grabbed the lead for the first time at 6-5, almost halfway through the first quarter. Little fall away left side. Crawls off, no good. Shot missed by Derek Lawrence. It's the basketball. Back the other way we go. Right side to Quaylen Mitchell. He's out of control and called for traveling.
Yeah, heck of a shot regardless. I don't know how he got that to fall. But he was, as you said, out of control and got those feet going. And here's what we'll see Kingfisher go to their bench more often than the last 3, 4, 5 years. This year they go about 3 to 4 deep on their bench.
Tell you how these teams got here. Chisholm was on the wrong end last night, losing to Kingfisher 63-32. Maddox Mecklenburg 14 to lead the way. Cash Suzuki had 13. For John Marshall, they knocked off 3A number 7 Jones 70-66. Derek Lawrence 21 to lead the way. Elijah Goldsmith with 18, and DeQuaylen Mitchell had 11. They got off to a quick start, led 16-11 after the first quarter. Then they were outscored in the ball game after that. The quick start basically led to their victory. I'm not too sure. Checking the scorebook.
I guess so. And I think the way Coach Cudjoe's acting is maybe one of his guys possibly has a wrong jersey on.
Well, I will tell you this.
About to have a technical, I do believe.
Coach Cudjoe helped me out this morning as he said, my roster changes every game because of the COVID and anything else going on. So he sent me, this will not be the same roster I used yesterday. So it's changing on a game-by-game basis. So I can see why that might happen.
Tell you, though, what a legacy for that family in the Oklahoma City area, the Cudjoe family, the Cudjoe brother, the cousins. Coach Cudjoe himself has won a state title at Star Spencer in 2009, over 400 career wins. 30-plus years as a head coach now. Just a great legacy for that family. A lot of respect for the Cudjoes.
So the technical free throws are coming. It'll be Xavier Ridenauer. We're halfway through the first quarter, as a free throw up and in. Ridenauer 3 for 3 at the line, has 5 points.
Unfortunate, like you said, his roster's ever changing. Some kind of mix up there, apparently. unfortunate for the Bears, but
it's an 8-0 run now for Kingfisher after they trailed early 5-0.
They're not accustomed to not being behind. They trailed Chickasha 11-3 in the first quarter the other night. Trailed at Elk City before the break. Trailed a good part of the game at Newcastle.
In the half court, Jack Sternberger, who just checked in. Now down the lane goes Chase Davis. He'll score.
Got his first career start on Tuesday against Chickasha, responded with a career-high 23 points.
Back the other way, free throws are coming for John Marshall. As they'll call the foul on Jack Sternberger.
Might be on the floor, we'll see. I think it is.
Yep, you're right. So the baseline right throw in. Poked out of bounds, and it will stay on that end. We talked in the first ball game with Adam about how the field in this tournament quite a bit different this year. Three-pointer in the right corner is knocked down by DeQuaylen Mitchell. He's got 3 points, and we've got a timeout. We'll continue that thought when we come back. 3:28 to play in the first quarter. Kingfisher leads 10-8. You're watching the Week Capital Tournament on Squirtle, brought to you by High Plains Insurance.
Your health is our health. If you are in pain, are recovering from surgery, or have had to postpone a surgery, Physical Therapy Central is open. We take the health and safety of our patients, employees, and the community seriously. Our clinic is clean and safe so you can get the health care you need. Get back to work, back to play, and back to life faster with Physical Therapy Central. Schedule an appointment today at ptcentral.org or call 405-375-5654.
We talked about before the break how this tournament, the field has changed so much.
Yeah.
With no Fairview and no Blackwell in it anymore. And I think they've done a great job going out and getting a very, very competitive field.
Yeah, and that's one thing you could always credit the Week Capital for, when they'd always kind of have that one open spot as that ball sailed out of bounds. And I think it was not tipped. But, Week Capital's always done a great job going out and almost getting a marquee team, if you will, and having some great extra competition here, along with the regulars that they've had year in, year out.
I tell you where you're really going to miss it. You're going to miss the Fairview fan base in this tournament, because they really showed up, and now they're just going downtown. They're now in the Three Rivers Conference, and that conference tournament's being held at the Stride Bank Center this week. I guarantee you they'd be here if that wasn't the fact. Three-pointer left or right side missing by DeQuaylen Mitchell, out of bounds, back to Kingfisher. You're going to miss those fan bases. Blackwell brought some fans over as well, but boy, Fairview fans, there's a big hole over there.
Yep, absolutely.
Behind the score table where all those Fairview fans would sit.
Hurts the gate, hurts the old concession stand numbers.
Not to mention the fact that both Chisholm teams are going to be playing in the first two games tomorrow as well, after losing their first two tournament games each. Turnover. John Marshall, they've won their last three over Star Spencer, Capitol Hill, and then beating Jones yesterday. 2-4 against ranked teams this season, have lost to the number one team in Class 5A, Del City, as well as the 12th ranked team in 6A at the time, Choctaw. So that's one thing about a team like John Marshall being from the city. They're going to play a tough schedule.
Yeah, you don't always just take the record into consideration.
Inside in traffic, shot missing by Judd Birdwell, who just checked in. And he got the offensive rebound but couldn't finish the ball out of bounds. And now hurrying back into the contest, Maddox Mecklenburg and Caden Kitchens, the two starters for Kingfisher.
There's been many a year Millwood to go into the playoffs with a very ugly record, and you wanted nothing to do with the Falcons.
2:23 to play in the first quarter. Kingfisher by a deuce over John Marshall, 10-8. Winner plays for the championship tomorrow. Good job, Derek Lawrence, following his shot. Got his rebound and was knocked to the floor.
I know that's one thing that's going to really get under the skin of Coach Jared Reese, is nobody boxed him out, and that's one thing that they really stressed before this game, is you got to put a body on somebody when a shot goes in the air.
First foul on Caden Kitchens. Three-pointer top side. Goldsmith comes up empty, and the rebound by Drake Friesian off the bounce. Into the half court, Jack Sternberger, right side. Now back out to Sternberger. And around the perimeter on the left wing to Maddox Mecklenburg. Under 2 to play in the first quarter. Tight ball game. Kingfisher by a deuce with the basketball.
Be interesting to see what Kingfisher can do here. Not a great scoring lineup on the floor for the Jackets right now. Mecklenburg yesterday did hit 3 3-pointers. He's really been struggling offensively this year, so it was a good breakout game for him. They were expecting a lot out of him this year.
Oh, nice bounce pass. Wide open for the layup. Nice look to Caden Kitchens.
Those are 2 young men who played a lot of basketball together, and you saw it on that play. But right back again.
Yeah, they get back in a hurry. I'm writing down stats and look back, and they're blowing the whistle for a foul on the other end. And this time Elijah Goldsmith will go to the free throw line. Elijah had 18 points last night in that win over Jones. Good ball game. They won by 4. First foul on Judd Birdwell.
Yeah, just about let a big lead slip away in the final minute of the contest. I think an inability to hit some free throws certainly contributed to that.
Talk about the history of this tournament, and we mentioned the fact that, boy, Kingfisher has won this tournament every year they've been in it since 2014. They did not win the title in 2019 because they had some bigger fish to fry that year in the TOC.
Yeah, played in the 2018 Tournament of Champions, so they sent a JV team here.
Still competed quite well, if I remember right.
Yeah, they played in the Consolation Championship game, lost to Alva, I believe, in that.
Holland Hall won it that year.
And then Kingfisher beat them by about 35 in the state semifinals. That's Sternberger. They got fouled in the corner.
So he'll go to the free throw line. He'll be shooting 3. 58 seconds to play in the first quarter. That's the 15th team foul on the Bears, and the first on Jaquan Horton. Jack's another in a long line of very, very good Sternbergers.
Got one brother who's with the Pittsburgh Steelers, another brother playing at Southeastern Oklahoma State right now.
Okay, so Jace is now with the Steelers?
Yep.
Did not realize that. I knew he wasn't with the Packers anymore, but I wasn't too sure where he ended up.
Yeah, got picked up by the Steelers. Recently had a son, so the Sternbergers are grandparents now. Jason and Jackie. Jazz Sternberger.
Jazz Sternberger. 3 for 3.
And I know Jet's watching. And he liked what he saw out of little bro right there.
15-10 as Kingfisher was 5-0 John Marshall early, so it's a 15-5 run since then. Final minute of the first quarter here at the Wheat Capital Tournament at Paul J. Uther Fieldhouse in Enid. Derek Lawrence picks up his dribble, hands off high left to Elijah Goldsmith. Away from the ball, an offensive foul. So another turnover for John Marshall. I've got him for 3. So with 40 seconds to play in the first quarter, Kingfisher can extend that lead. They lead by 5.
Was that 6 team fouls now? I know they're just showing 5. I thought you called 5 earlier.
Yeah, they didn't put the foul up either.
Yeah.
So I'm not too sure. They didn't put a number up on the board.
I think that was Horton who got called for that one. I'm
well,
not positive, though.
I'm going to put him down for 2 then because it did not go up on the board. 3-pointer left corner. Mecklenburg comes up empty. Here come the Bears on the run. Mitchell. Back out high to Lawrence. Lawrence to the right wing. Spinning. Back out high to Mitchell. 13 seconds to play first quarter. 3 on the left wing. Airballed it. Rebound underneath. Derek Lawrence came up with it, but he stepped on the baseline. Nope, they're going to say Kingfisher last touched it on the baseline. So the Bears will have the opportunity here with 8.7 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Do we still have a...
We've got an injured player down here in the corner that we can't see. That's why everybody's going over there, and that's a Kingfisher player.
It would be Mecklenburg. He shot that 3 in the corner. I saw him go down, and I never realized that he didn't get up.
It looked to me like he was kind of trying to draw the contact, but he must have got a little more contact than it looked like. We are kind of blocked off down there in that corner by the stands. So the situation, 8.7 seconds to play in the first quarter. Kingfisher with the 5-point lead. And you got to guess that Coach Reese and the Kingfisher coaching staff not happy there wasn't a whistle blown on that missed 3 in the corner with your player crumpled in the corner.
He looks like he's in pretty big pain. He's a pretty tough kid, so for him not to pop up, something has to be hurting.
Yeah, they will help him out, and he's going to go right to the locker room. And we hope that he's okay. So after that, it will be John Marshall basketball after that last ball out of bounds, last touch by a Yellow Jacket. And a baseline right throw in with 8.7 seconds to play in the first quarter. Right there in front of the Kingfisher student section, pounding the, there's an offensive foul off the inbound. And booked that one on Jaquan Horton. I've got him for 3 now.
Yeah.
So now with 7.9 seconds to play, it's Kingfisher that can traverse the length of the floor and get something here.
They're just marking him with 2 in the score, or up on the scoreboard now. So I don't know if I lied to you earlier. It wouldn't be the first time I was wrong today.
I'll put him down for 2 then. 3 in the corner. Slazicki comes up way short. That'll be the end of the first quarter. John Marshall jumped out early 5-0. It's been all Kingfisher since then. They lead 15-10. We go to the second. You're watching the Wheat Capital Tournament on Skortle, brought to you by High Plains Insurance.
At Bellarmine Company, we know agriculture. Every day we actively value, market, and sell farmland and farm equipment. We also provide comprehensive insurance products for crops, farm equipment, and farm liability. This provides us a true understanding of the rural way of life, resulting in a better service for our customers. There is a difference. We'd be honored to show you. Find out more at callbellamy.com. That is callbellamy.com.
Now the Skortle Game of the Week crew camping out at Chisholm High School this weekend for our coverage of the 53rd Annual Wheat Capital Basketball Tournament. We've got the 4 semifinal games for you tonight, the 2 third place and 2 championship games coming up for you tomorrow. Tom Nelson, Michael Swisher with you on the call on this one, the second of 4 games coming your way. And John Marshall with the basketball, trailing Kingfisher 15-10 as we start quarter number 2. Around the left side to Quaylen Mitchell, back out high to the right side. Now hands off to Derek Lawrence. Lawrence off the screen left. Fall away, 12 feet away, left side up and in.
Tough shot, yeah, very tough shot. He had a ride now right there in his face, but kind of created a little separation with that step back and drained it.
Derek's first basket of the ball game, first points. He had 21 yesterday and then a win over Jones. Chase Davis out high left. So Slazicki, Cash Slazicki, back out between the rings. Looking left to Xavier Ridenauer for 3, no good. Offensive rebound on the backside. Nice job by Chase Davis to save it back inbounds. Kingfisher keeps a possession for another opportunity. 7 minutes to play in the first half. Kingfisher by 3, 15-12. Ridenauer out high. Davis. Right side on the wing to Jack Sternberger. Ridenauer left to Davis. Open look top with a key. Caden Kitchens, no good. Here comes Derek Lawrence. Quaylen Mitchell wants to attack in traffic. Got up in the air, missed the shot, then lost the ball out of bounds as he came down with it out of standing on the baseline. Kingfisher girls not here. They played last week at the Mustang Holiday Classic. How'd they do?
Yeah, they got the consolation championship, lost to PC North in the first round, gave up a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter, came back to beat Strother and then Piedmont to take 5th in that one. Ranked number 6 in 4A right now, so.
Right side, Chase Davis, a little strong.
Davis hit 4 threes on Tuesday, and since then has cooled off. I think he only had 1 yesterday and Has yet to hit one today.
Derek Lawrence looks smooth with that one. He's got 5. Second field goal, first tray. And we are tied at 15. Our first tie of the ball game. The foul on the floor will go against Aquaylin Mitchell. I've got him for 2.
Yeah, they'll be in the bonus now the rest of this half.
And Kingfisher beat Chickasha on Tuesday night 49-34. The first game back from the break.
Trailed 11-3 midway through the first quarter and then really controlled it from there on out.
7th team foul, so Kingfisher will be shooting in the bonus from here on out in the first half. Sternberger 3 for 3 at the line already, goes there for the front end of the 1-and-1.
Four for him?
Yep.
I just jinxed it.
That was you and not me. Usually I'm the one to jinx it. Got it. Shot right through it. Kingfisher back on top by a deuce, 17-15. Derek Lawrence picked up out high by Ridenauer. Now Lawrence for 3, crawls off. Rebound to Ridenauer, he wants to push ahead. Open look in the corner, Jack Sternberger off the side of the backboard. Scramble, tie up, or a timeout?
I think they're going to get a foul called on Slazicki.
I think you're right, his first. You're just joining us, our first semifinal game on the girls' side, a win for Jones. They knocked off Woodward 47-38. They'll play for the championship tomorrow. At halftime, we'll recap the game so far today and set the schedule for tomorrow as we have it. Man, nice looking shot by Elijah Goldsmith. His first field goal, he has 4. Tied at 17, a little more than 3 minutes into the second quarter. Skip pass right side, Ridenauer for 3. Little struggle right now in the perimeter for Kingfisher. Back the other way we go. Derek Lawrence all the way to the basket.
Yeah, I think I get him for a
he
travel.
Travels, yep.
Here's good news. We're going to see Mecklenburg check in. Looks like he's got that left ankle taped, but
Great.
The fact he's coming back in is really good news for him and for Kingfisher.
You betcha. You're just joining us. He crumpled in the near corner here after missing a 3 early in the second quarter. Put some tape on it. Get back out there, son. Foul on the right wing. Free throws will be coming for Kingfisher. The 8th team foul, and the foul is on Elijah Goldsmith, his second. So Ridenauer to the stripe. He's 4 for 4 at the line tonight.
Have they already shot 10 free throws, Kingfisher?
4, 8, no, yep, 6, 5, and 4. This will be the 10th. This will be the 10th right here. And they have made all of them.
Well, now it's your turn to jinx.
Yeah. There you go. Money. Kingfisher 19-17. Lawrence the crossover, angling left. Hands off. Out high left. Skip pass left to Derek Lawrence. He'll try a 3. Got it.
Wow.
He's beginning to heat up. 8 points all here in the second quarter.
And they're not making shots where they're wide open. They're making shots with hands in their face. These are contested shots, and the Bears just knocking them down.
Second lead change in the contest as the Bears go back on top for the first time since they led 5-4, and now a turnover. And the Bears on a little bit of a run here, feeling it, feeling their oats. Derek Lawrence across the timeline. Nicola McLeod has it out high. On the right wing to Elijah Goldsmith for three. Yes. Wow. That wasn't easy either.
Yeah.
Elijah Goldsmith has 7. It's a 23-19 lead for the Bears and a timeout on the floor. We'll take a break. You're watching the Weed Capital Tournament on Scortal, brought to you by High Plains Insurance. Sorry.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Boy, the second quarter has been all John Marshall. They were down 15-10 coming into the quarter, then now lead 22-19. 3 minutes and 23 seconds to play as they're beginning to heat it up from the perimeter. Derek Lawrence knocked down a three with a hand in his face. Then Elijah Goldsmith knocked down a contested three-pointer before the timeout, burned by Kingfisher.
And that's the difference. They're knocking down these perimeter shots. Kingfisher yet to make one. And you see the Bears able to make this run because of it.
You're exactly right. Kingfisher with 3 field goals. Take it back, 4 field goals, all 2-pointers. They've done most of their damage at the free throw line, as they are 10 for 10 at the stripe. Holding left side, Maddox Mecklenburg, as we mentioned, it nice to see him back in there. Three-pointer left side, good.
Talked him into it.
Chase Davis, the second field goal, he's got 5. 22 all. You know what? I had put Goldsmith down for a 3. They gave him a 2 on that, so we're tied at 22. I had 23-22, but and now a travel as the teams alternate turnovers, and John Marshall will get it back.
Yeah, that's a. If you're Kingfisher, you live with that turnover. That was just a hustle play where Mecklenburg dove for it on the floor and rolled over.
So 2:42 to play in the first half. We are right where we started, tied at 22. So one thing about it, you know, a team like John Marshall with the schedule they play, they're not going to be afraid of Kingfisher. And they're playing like it so far. 15-foot jumper.
Yeah.
Going over the back, booked that foul on Daniel Rahman.
He looks bewildered by the call, but that was an easy call to make.
Easy one for us to see, yeah.
Friesen boxed him out, and he jumped right over that.
They've got him with 2. So Drake Friesen to the free throw line now. This will be 1-1. They continue to make free throws. Friesen, a 6'2 junior, scored 5 in their win over Chisholm yesterday. And now we've got a discussion with the officiating crew. I think it might be a score issue, and I think it might be that last 3.
Right, they only gave him a 2 on the scoreboard. But
yeah, I had it as a 3. That was that last shot by Goldsmith that had a hand in his face. And with that free throw, the first free throw made, makes it 23-22 on the scoreboard. Let's see if they put that point back up for the Bears to tie this one up at 23. That's what I'm guessing. I don't think Elijah Goldsmith had a foot on the line. I thought it was a pretty...
Yeah.
It was a 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's see if that, we're up here away from the action down there. We're guessing. Well, the official just put 2 fingers up in the air. So I think that they must be confirming that it was a 2,
Yep.
I'm guessing. Okay.
Question is, did they ice out Mr. Friesen?
Exactly right.
Wasn't going for that pun, but it was there.
And there's the first free throw miss of the night for Kingfisher. 23-22 Jackets as we'll tick down to the 2-minute mark. 2:15 to play in the first half. Good ball game, tight ball game. Lawrence right side, one hands it. High left to Ivan Garcia, 5'7" sophomore. Got high to Derek Lawrence, 2 to play in the first half. 3 top of the key, got it.
Feeling it.
Lawrence in double figures with 11. Another lead change, our third.
Another thing we've seen John Marshall do is
a little strong inside for Caden Kitchens. Follow won't go on the rebound. Picked up by Jalil Abdullah. Long pass stolen away.
but we've seen John Marshall go to this zone and it's cut off the driving lanes for Kingfisher.
3 in the corner. Short for Caden Kitchens. Fight for the rebound on the baseline. This should stay with Kingfisher.
Yeah, I think it was just out of bounds when he came down.
Ivan Garcia had the ball in possession as he fell on his back onto the floor across the baseline. Let's see, Xavier Ridenauer back into the ball game for Kingfisher. Maddox Mecklenburg will trigger in. Stick around at halftime. We'll go back and recap the first half, give you the scoring, tell you what's happened today here at the Wheat Capital Tournament, and the schedule for the rest of the tournament as we know it. 1 minute to play in the first half. Ridenauer drives and dishes left. Slazicki back out high, three-pointer misses. That time Maddox Mecklenburg comes up empty. Elijah Goldsmith, they thought he walked, picked it out high. The three-pointer by Pecola McLeod is no good. And a foul that will go against John Marshall as
Churchill, I believe, again, going over the back.
that's on Rahman. Daniel Rahman, his third.
I got the old roster over here,
Oh,
I guess.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I talked to Coach this morning. He said, let me send you a new roster.
Yeah.
And there it is if you want
Gotcha,
it.
thank you.
So at the free throw line, Judd Birdwell will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Makes the first. 10th team foul. So now this can tie the ball game up. Into the contest for John Marshall is Jaquan Horton. Couple of free throw misses now for Kingfisher. It's 25-24.
Coach Cudjoe wanting one shot here.
Take the air out of the ball for the next 35 seconds. Derek Lawrence spinning, dishes back out high. Abdullah will dribble right wing and hand off to Ivan Garcia. Out high to Lawrence. Cut off, backs out the dribble. Skip past left side Garcia for 3. I don't think that's the shot that he wanted with 12 seconds on the clock, and now Kingfisher's got an opportunity to take a lead into halftime.
They'll run a quick set here, try to free up a three-pointer, I believe.
Slazicki, a runner. The ball out of bounds with 0.6 of a second. Slazicki missed the runner, and the follow, Caden Kitchens couldn't control.
Normally that's where you see him set up something for a 3 from the corner, but that time Slazicki just took it to the basket.
Three-quarter court comes way up short for Derek Lawrence, and we've got a good ball game here halfway through this one. John Marshall leads Kingfisher 25-24. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the Wheat Capital Tournament. It's on Scoreland. It's brought to you by High Plains Insurance.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like video on demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit gopioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Back here at the Weed Capital Tournament in Enid, halftime. John Marshall leads Kingfisher 25-24. Take a look at the first half. We had a couple of lead changes and three lead changes and 2 ties. John Marshall jumped out early 5-0. Kingfisher scored 10 straight to lead 10-5, and Kingfisher led 15-10 at the end of the first quarter. But that second quarter was controlled by John Marshall. They came back to tie the ball game up at 15-17, grabbed the lead at 20-19. And they lead 25-24 halfway through. Scoring by Kingfisher, Xavier Ridenauer with 8 points to lead the way. Jack Sternberger has 5 off the bench. Then you've got Chase Davis with 5, Caden Kitchens with 2, Maddox Mecklenburg with 2, Drake Friesen and Judd Birdwell with 1 point apiece. For John Marshall, Derek Lawrence has 11. He's putting together a good tournament. He had 21 yesterday, 11 in the first half here. Elijah Goldsmith has 6, Jalil Abdullah with 5 points, and DeQuaylen Mitchell with 3. John Marshall leads Kingfisher 25-24. We'll take a break. Second half is coming up, and you're watching the Weed Capital Basketball Tournament on Scordo, brought to you by High Plains Insurance.
Finally, it's time to get that driver's license. But which option to choose? The DMV with the long lines, the not-so-pleasant desk clerk.
That's the way it has to be.
And taking off work and still not getting in.
This office is now closed.
Or go to Cowboy Driving Academy. With a relaxed atmosphere, they make it convenient for you whether it's after hours, on holidays, or even inclement weather. For details, go to cowboydriving.com. Cowboy Driving Academy. They keep you moving.
Well, isn't that nice?
In OKC, go to alertdrivingok.com. With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and ranch land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Eubank Haney Law Firm is proud to be a fan of high school sports. Andrew Eubank and Caleb Haney believe that clients deserve better. At the end of the day, that's how they measure true success. Their experience, confidence, and integrity ensures that your case will be handled in a reasonable, efficient manner, regardless of the legal situation you are facing. Get out of line and come to Eubank Haney Law Firm in Enid, Fairview, and Laverne. Call 580-234-4334 when winning is everything.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
For generations, the FFA has been helping our children through agriculture to grow into responsible adults. We believe in and we support the work being done by our local FFA chapters and all they do to create an enriching experience for our youth. For all you do, you have our thanks. Farm Credit of Enid. Together, we grow.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
This is your moment. You've got what it takes. The grit to get from first steps to finishing touches. You're here to train, to put in the hours. Because today's hard work gives you an edge. To get hired, to earn more, to fine-tune a future to be proud of. Career Tech. Get skilled, get paid.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
When you're in the market for a new truck, what typically goes through your mind? Hi, it's John Johnson at Johnson's of Kingfisher. Is it make, the model, and from where? The Ram 1500s and 2500s are outstanding trucks, so it might just be the dealership you choose. At Johnson's of Kingfisher, our auto family has been providing Oklahoma families with quality trucks and great customer service for more than 90 years. Not many dealerships can say that. Come meet our family and take advantage of the great pricing on new Ram 1500s and 2500s during the Ram Power Days at Johnson's of Kingfisher.
It is semifinal Friday night at the Weed Capital Tournament. Let's go back and recap what happened earlier today. Our first game of the day on the girls' side, way back at, 10 o'clock this morning.
Were you here, Tom?
I was not here. You know what? I actually came by for a few minutes to get a program, so I was here for a little bit, and it was a win for Alva over John Marshall, 69-30. Our first boys game at 10:30, Garber knocks off Woodward, 78-69. Girls consolation game at 1 o'clock was a win for Garber over Chisholm, 73-39. And our final boys consolation game, Jones over Chisholm on the boys' side, 82-51. The first girls semifinal earlier this evening, a win for Jones. They knock off Woodward 47-38. So Jones will take on the winner of our next game. Will Rogers and Perry set for a 7 o'clock start. And the winner of this ball game, John Marshall and Kingfisher, will take on the winner of the final game of the night, Perry and Alva. That's set for an 8:30 start. And our championship game on the boys' side tomorrow at 8:30. So
is came by to get a program. Is that code for came by to visit the hospitality room?
You know what? I didn't because I was supposed to go somewhere for lunch, which ended up falling apart, so I should have.
Oh, Tom.
I know. I tell you what, I found a place in Enid. New place, has an unbelievable Philly cheesesteak out at the mall.
All right.
And, yep, it's legit. It is legit. All right, speaking of legit, we've got a legit good ball game here. John Marshall over Kingfisher, 25-24. The Jackets with a 29-game winning streak on the line. That's the one thing I'm good about doing the play-by-play is finding the ways to bring the people in, and that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, absolutely.
29-game winning streak, and John Marshall's trying to end it. Talk about your what you think of that first half, and what does Kingfisher need to do?
Well, hit those threes that they only connected, I think, on one there in the first half.
Up and under the shot, no good for Chase Davis. Back the other way, all the way to the cup. Pecola McLeod comes up empty.
But you saw John Marshall get out of that man and went to that zone, and it's cut off the driving lanes. So Kingfisher's got to find other ways to get the open looks other than the dribble drive and kicking out. So now they're looking to get to the high post or the short corner and find the open man that way.
Jalil Abdullah tapped that one out of bounds. Sideline throw in for the Jackets. Wide open three. Up and in for Maddox Mecklenburg. His second field goal, first triple.
And he's really, for a lot of this season, has struggled from beyond the arc. Came in here last night, hit three. It was huge for him. If he can get that going here in the second half, it'd be huge for his team.
Fourth lead change of the contest. Is this an answer? No, it's not. Missing by Elijah Goldsmith. And on the rebound, a foul that will go against John Marshall. Book that one on Jalil Abdullah. It's his first.
And that's something I think you're going to have to see John Marshall adjust to that because they've called it about 4 times now. When they're getting boxed out, they're saying, hey, we're going straight up. Well, if you're not getting boxed out, that's fine, but the Jackets are boxing them out there, and that's what's getting the whistle.
Open three in the corner. That one's good. Maddox Mecklenburg, 2 for 2 the last 2 trips down the floor. And a 6-0 run to start the third quarter. Foul on the floor. Good hustle by Cash Lazicki, but he'll get booked for the foul. His second.
Poor Cash never gets his name pronounced the right. You're doing it the correct way, but I've heard it a million different ways. Even on the radio on the way home last night, it was kind of funny to hear people try to pronounce his name.
I asked about 5 times last year, I remember.
Yep.
3 in the corner, the step back, up and good. That is Derek Lawrence.
These are tough shots they are making, too. It's just unreal the amount of contested shots the Bears have made.
That was needed for the Bears. Now a one-possession game again at 30-28, and Derek Lawrence has 14. Nice look inside, reverse layup, Davis. Nice assist.
You saw him do that the first half, and he missed it, but he got that one to go down.
32-28. 5:45 to play, third quarter. Ooh, that's offensive. Elijah Goldsmith just picked up his third.
That was a tough one there. He might have an argument. That might have been a bit of a flop, but an effective one it was.
We talked about the Kingfisher 29-game winning streak. A 30's a milestone. You don't get too many 30-game winning streaks because that means you made it through a couple of seasons and you won a state championship, basically, is what it means.
Their last loss ended a 47-game win streak. So
that's true. I'd forgotten about that. That was to a 6A school back in December of 2020, right?
Edmond Memorial, the number 1 team in 6A at the time. Yep. I'm lying to you. That did not end the 47-game win streak.
Shot rolls out. Who made that last shot for Kingfisher?
Sorry, I'll be lying to you again. I'll find out here in a second. Somebody's going to text us and let us know.
There you go. We were talking about something else, and all of a sudden it's like I look down and I go, I don't know who to write that down by.
The loss to Bethany in the 2020 area finals ended a 47-game win streak.
And that was the year that Kingfisher came back, made it to state, but didn't get a play.
Absolutely.
So under 5 minutes to play in the third quarter, 34-28. Kingfisher with the basketball. And inside off the window, making an 8-point lead as Chase Davis scores. He's got 9.
And you see they've made some adjustments at the half on how to attack that, and it's been very effective so far. Of course, hitting a couple of threes will soften that up a little bit as well.
6-0 run by Kingfisher. They open up the lead to 8. 4.5 to play, third quarter. Out high, Derek Lawrence drops it off underneath. Ends up in the hands of Cash Lazicki back the other way. Left side, ball kicked away, and the other way we go as Caden Kitchens can't control. Oh boy, I tell you. Xavier Ridenauer went down hard. I'm glad to see him pop back up.
That was an awkward fall there. I never heard a whistle. That was the weird thing and all that. But
and Cash Lazicki will check out of the contest as Jack Sternberger is back in. We are halfway through the third quarter. It was 25-24 John Marshall at the half. It's now 36-28 Kingfisher. So a 12-4 run. Nice drop off underneath. The shot a little strong. Coming up empty was Jaquan Horton. That's a good look you've got to make.
Yeah, absolutely. That was perfectly set up for him, and he just went a little hard off the glass.
Davis missed the shot, got the rebound, and got fouled. They give him a couple of free throws as well. DeQuaylen Mitchell will pick up his third.
Starting to see a number of the Bears kind of creep up into that 3 foul category there. They got to be careful.
They've got him for 4, actually. Mitchell's got 4.
So I got one text that says, Maddox made the shot that you missed.
Good enough for me. He's in double figures with 10.
And that's Dave Cameron. I've never known Dave to be wrong.
I'll go ahead and to give him his credit. Mecklenburg scores. He's got 10. So now we're good now. 2 for 2 at the line for Chase Davis. He's in double figures now. He goes from 9 to 11 with the 2 free throws. It's now 38-28. An 8-0 run for the Jackets.
I should also mention we've got the 2003 Wheat Capital MVP watching, Jared Mitchell. I'm working to confirm if there was more than one team in that year's tournament. Don't know just yet.
Taking shots at Jared. Derek Lawrence out high with 3:20 to play in the third quarter. He's trapped out high. He's in trouble. Timeout.
Yeah.
Coach Cudjoe wants to keep that possession. He'll burn it. Let's take a break. 3:14 to play third quarter. Kingfisher 38, John Marshall 28. And you're watching the boys semifinal at the Wheat Capital Tournament at Chisholm High School, and you're watching it on Squirtle.
Your health is our health. If you're in pain, are recovering from surgery, or have had to postpone a surgery, Physical Therapy Central is open. We take the health and safety of our patients, employees, and the community seriously. Our clinic is clean and safe so you can get the health care you need. Get back to work, back to play, and back to life faster with Physical Therapy Central. Schedule an appointment today at ptcentral.org or call 405-375-5654.
Tom Nelson and the official voice of the Kingfisher Yellow Jackets, Michael Swisher. Pretty much the official sports guy of Kingfisher County, Michael Swisher. Pretty much one of the official sports guys of the entire dang state, Michael Swisher.
Kingfisher County, same reason that Jared won that MVP. You know, there's only one.
There's a 3 by Derek Lawrence. He's got 17 now as he is really heating up.
And that was huge for the Bears. They needed that one to kind of break Kingfisher's run.
Yeah, broke the 8-0 run, now 38-31, under 3 to play, third quarter. Right side, Ridenauer back out high. Finding Kitchens now. Ridenauer backs it out between the rings. Left side to Sternberger. Ridenauer to the back. Oh, his shot was blocked. Nice block by Jalul Abdullah. Lawrence back the other way, drives and dishes. right wing. Back out the dribble, that's Pecola McLeod. Swing it back out high now to Derek Lawrence. Lawrence a couple threes here in the third quarter.
Woo!
Make it 3 of them now. And Derek Lawrence now with 20.
Goes from 10 to 4 really quick.
38-34, 2 to play third quarter.
It'd be interesting to see if some point Coach Reese doesn't want to pull it out and see if he can't pull them out of their man-to-man. Now, this hasn't been a team that handles the ball as well as the last 5 years, but you still would like to get them out in a man.
Good defensive stop right there by Jaquan Horton. Kept his arm straight up. Good defensive position, and it worked out, but now a foul just across the timeline.
I think that was a frustration foul by Kitchens. He's just not being able to find his mark down in the post.
That is his second. That is team foul number 3.
One of the 3 players who averages in double figures for him, and he just
he got 2 points,
had
one
a
field goal.
Had a frustrating evening tonight. And the Bear defense has had a lot to do with that.
Pecola McLeod into the corner. There's a 3, which is missing. Offensive rebound, 3 for Lawrence. A little strong, and the rebound is tapped by Davis. He taps it over to Drake Friesen.
And you're seeing Coach Cudjoe say, hey, why wasn't that over the back? Because we saw Davis go up over a Bear right there, and he's probably got a pretty good argument on that one.
Minute to play, third quarter.
Another good set by Kingfisher. We've seen him run it a million times.
Davis, can he get the roll? No. Here comes Elijah Goldsmith, 1-on-2. Now he'll wait for teammates. Horton, right side to McLeod. Pecola McLeod driving, drew contact. He'll go to the line. Chase Davis will pick it up. I only have him, that's his first as far as I have. We'll see what they put on the board. I'm not beyond missing one like I miss a basket once in a great while, as I did earlier. And to the free throw line, it will be Pecola McLeod, a 5'10 sophomore. Get to score in the game. He had 1 point yesterday in their win over Jones. 42.5 seconds to play in the third quarter. It's been a very competitive tournament, and this game has been just that. I want to look here real quick. This is only the third and fourth free throws that John Marshall has shot in this game. Kingfisher's been at the line quite a bit more and making him pay.
Oh, yeah, he crossed the line there.
Missed it anyway, so it will be Kingfisher basketball.
I've seen both head coaches have discussions with the officials during those free throws there, so.
Final half minute of the quarter number 3. There's a 3.
They got a hand on that one.
Blocked out of bounds. It will stay on this end with the Jackets. Caden Kitchens back into the game for the final 20 some odd seconds. Also Ridenauer.
All 5 of these young men able to hit a three-pointer. Not that they have to have a three-pointer, but good shooters.
Oh my, Elijah Goldsmith just took a shot to the face. He gets back up, play on. Slazicki out high, 10 seconds to play. Hands off to Ridenauer, back to Slazicki. Right side, 3 on the wing. Mecklenburg, he's fouled, and Maddox Mecklenburg will shoot 3.
Yeah, easy call there.
Elijah Goldsmith just picked up his 4th.
That. You take your chances making him hit just a contested 3 as opposed to getting that close and trying to block the shot. If he makes it, more power to him, but, that 4th foul was valuable for John Marshall, and he's going to have to sit for a little bit.
Mecklenburg's first trip to the line tonight. He has 10 points. 8 of them here in the third quarter. Those 2 3-pointers helped out. He made to start the third quarter and get Kingfisher that lead back. 2 more shots. Got that one.
Tasha Dieselhorst in the house. Northwestern head coach.
She here scouting.
She's got some players to look at in this tournament for sure. Her team on a 5-game win streak.
They are rolling right now. Been following along.
I think they said first time in 20-some years that the women's program's won 5 in a row.
2 out of 3 for Maddox. Back to 5 at 40-35. 6 seconds to play. Can John Marshall get a good look here? Lawrence, cross court left. 3 at the buzzer by Rosalind Churchill. No good. We go to the 4th. Good ball game. Kingfisher 40. John Marshall 35. We'll take a break. You're watching the Weed Capital Tournament on Squirtle, and it's brought to you by High Plains Insurance.
At Bellarmine Company, we know agriculture. Every day we actively value, market, and sell farmland and farm equipment. We also provide comprehensive insurance products for crops, farm equipment, and farm liability. This provides us a true understanding of the rural way of life, resulting in a better service for our customers. There is a difference. We'd be honored to show you. Find out more at callbellamy.com. That is callbellamy.com.
4th quarter coming up, our first boys semifinal. Number 1 team in Class 4A, Kingfisher, leads John Marshall 40-35. Tom Nelson and the sports leader of Kingfisher County, Michael Swisher.
And Jared Mitchell said there were 2 teams that year, so.
2.
Yeah, he didn't give him near enough credit.
I think that was either Wakita or somebody played like it.
Exactly. Their JV team, anyway.
4th quarter underway. Bears with the basketball trailing by 5. Derek Lawrence has really been on fire here. He's got 20 in the ball game, but knocking down threes. Had 3 threes in the 3rd quarter, and he takes it right to the cup and draws contact.
So probably get Kitchens on that one. He came and just hacked at his arm. It was, again, pretty easy call to make.
First trip to the line for Derek Lawrence tonight. 3rd foul on Kitchens. Lawrence with 20, had 21 last night. And he misses the first of 2. Second opportunity for the 6'2 junior, misses them both. Got to make your free throws if you're going to try to pull off an upset in this one.
And I wasn't here, but in talking to somebody, I think that's how they allowed Jones to almost creep back into last night in that last minute where they nearly fully surrendered a 10-point lead.
Got to make your free throws. Are the easiest shots in basketball.
Yeah, that's
a travel.
He gets about one of those a game right now, or just kind of drags that back foot before he does anything with it.
I've got Kingfisher for 6 turnovers. So a chance for John Marshall to get back within 1 possession here. Early stages of the 4th quarter. Derek Lawrence, thought he was going to shoot it, dumps it underneath. Shot by Jaleel Abdullah, crawls off. Here come the Jackets. Kitchens high right. Shovels off to Ridenauer. Cross court to Slazicki. Nice bounce pass underneath. Nice move. Shot with the right hand comes up short by Judd Birdwell. But they keep the possession. Open 3 in the corner. That is long for Maddox Mecklenburg. Another offensive rebound. And up and in with the right hand for Xavier Ridenauer. He's in double figures with 10.
Yep. And then they force the turnover with the double team up top.
Slazicki in the lane comes up empty. Had a teammate, he had Birdwell right there.
A great recovery by Lawrence is after he turned it over, he hustled back and got the stop.
Lawrence right side. Open three in the corner for Horton is good. That's his first make. 42-38, 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. We're giving you something to watch here tonight on Squirtle. Good ball game. Three in the corner, Ridenauer good.
That was Cash Slazicki with that one.
Right, 3, not 4. And his first field goal of the contest, 45-38. Timeout. We'll take a break, 5:44 to play, and you're watching the Wheat Capital Tournament on Squirtle, brought to you by High Plains Insurance.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
If you jumped on Squirtle to get ready for the next girls semifinal game, we've still got some meat left on this bone here at Paul J. Uthier Fieldhouse. Sit down and enjoy this one. It's been a fun one. Kingfisher leads John Marshall in boys action 45-38. 7 o'clock start for Will Rogers and Perry. We're going to be a little bit late, but we're not too far off schedule considering it's game number, 7?
In a tournament that has notoriously run behind in years past.
Exactly right. No doubt about it. John Marshall trails by 7 now. Off the window and in. There's Derek Lawrence as he's taken over for the Bears. He's got 22.
And you saw several times Kingfisher's been trying to run a double team at him to either make him really, really work for it or get rid of the ball, something they deployed last year in the second half against Heritage Hall.
Dump it underneath the Kitchens. He got up into the air and had to dump it off and threw it away.
He's just really struggling. He's kind of just unsure of what to do with it down there.
Ooh, offensive foul underneath. Working in the post. Jaquan Horton just picked up his third. And a big turnover. He'll check out of the ball game, and Coach Cudjoe is telling him in no uncertain terms what he did. So we'll tick down to 5 minutes to play in the ball game. Kingfisher with the ball and the 5-point lead. The Bears going to sit back in that 3-2 zone.
We have the Honorable David Glover watching as well.
Coach. Three-pointer, top of the key.
Wow.
That's a big one by Xavier Ridenauer.
And he needed that one.
13 for the junior. 48-40. 8-point lead for the Jackets. 4.5 to play. Blocked. Oh, they're going to call the foul. Looked like Chase Davis got a lot of ball, but he will go to the line or take it back. That'll be Elijah Goldsmith going to the line.
I think if they just go straight up, but you got one guy coming in and hacking away a little bit, and that's going to be on Kitchens, his fourth.
Oh, they get it on Kitchens.
Yep.
From behind. Okay. So 4 on Kitchens. First of 2 free throws, another missed free throw for John Marshall. Let me see. They are 0 for 2, 0 for 3. 2 for 5, 3 for 7 at the line tonight. One of 2. Goldsmith has 7 now. 48-41. Ridenauer out between the rings, hit a big three last time. Out of the baseline, drop it underneath to Chase Davis for the layup. Great ball movement, ends up in the easy layup for Davis. He's got 12.
I'm not positive he was throwing it to Davis, but Davis got his long arm out there and made a great snag and finish.
9-point game, 50-41. Empty trip for John Marshall. Ooh.
Great hustle by Birdwell. Got the box out and then saved it inbounds to his own team. He's the one who got the assist on the other end on the previous possession.
Nearly got the steal in the backcourt. That's Elijah Goldsmith, and now that will be a turnover as Maddox Mecklenburg called for traveling.
That's where you got to see his teammates go help him out there. They left him on an island and paid for it.
Baseline right throw in, 3 minutes and 40 seconds to play. John Marshall down by 9. Lawrence. Oh, nice dump off underneath the layup, up and good. Abdullah has 7. The assist to Derek Lawrence.
He demands that double team, and it leaves somebody open.
And he's able to find him. Ooh, dangerous pass. Right to the cup and one. Right to the cup goes Xavier Ridenauer. He'll get a free throw.
I'm glad he wasn't hurt because Birdwell just ripped him up off of the floor. He took a pretty hard spill there, but I guess he's okay. He got a chiropractic adjustment on the way up.
DeQuaylen Mitchell just fouled out of the ball game. 6'3" senior. 3 points for him tonight. He had 11 last night. And Ridenauer at the line. He is 6 for 6 the stripe tonight. He has 15 points. He had 7 yesterday. That's a big one. This one could get us to 10. And it will. 16 for the junior. 53-43.
Now we're seeing Kingfisher play a zone.
We'll work it inside. Abdullah misses. And a foul that will go against Maddox Mecklenburg.
Now that's going to put John Marshall in the bonus.
Yep, that is team foul number 7 with exactly 3 minutes to play. Jaquan Horton will be at the line for 1 in the bonus. Well, they have struggled with the free throw line, though, so let's see if this hurts Kingfisher. Missed the front end. Another empty trip for the Bears. Into the half court. Ridenauer. Left to Davis, back to Ridenauer. Can milk some clock here. Oh, nice drop.
Beautiful,
off. Easy
beautiful
layup.
Beautiful set by the Jackets right there. Got them thinking high post, ran the back screen, or the back cut, excuse me, and it was just wide open.
Maddox Mecklenburg has 14. Deep three-pointer. Lawrence can't get it to go. Rebound out of bounds in the corner, back to Kingfisher. Yeah, that's sweet. To me, that's Kingfisher basketball right there.
Absolutely.
You've seen a lot of that over the last few years.
And that's something I really don't recall them running. Coach Reese told me last week or so they've been trying to put some new stuff in. I mean, he's got an encyclopedia of plays at his disposal. But that was a beautiful set.
One thing about you've been watching Kingfisher basketball over the past 5 or 6 years. It's poetry in motion. They just run their sets so well. That's what happens when you have talent.
When you combine the Jimmys and Joes with the X's and O's, you get 107 and 4 over a 4-year span.
Makes for a very happy coaching staff.
Oh no, we got a young Bear on.
Yeah, it looks to me like Bacola McLeod will get up and try to keep playing. Stop it with a foul on Derek Lawrence, his first. 8th team foul. McLeod went, oh, he's just tying a shoe. Okay. Take it back at is Elijah Goldsmith, who's sitting on the floor tying a shoe. McLeod's going to limp over to the bench, though. He'll be replaced by Rosalind Churchill. Mecklenburg at the stripe. Maddox Mecklenburg, 2 for 3 at the line tonight, has 14 points.
His emergence, his ability to shoot this tournament for the Jackets so far has been huge for them. As I said at the start, he's struggled so far this season, and for him to come alive the way he has been huge for them. And, you know, it was a big spark for them to start that third quarter tonight.
Yep. The 2 big threes early in the third. I mean, this is a 25-24 lead for John Marshall at half. Bang, bang to start that third quarter.
And that softens up kind of what they were trying to do defensively, and then you saw Kingfisher attack more of the middle of that zone after that. Now we're going to see a full court pressure by the Bears.
Final minute 25.
If you're Kingfisher, you want right now or at the line.
Yeah,
Sternberger hasn't missed today, though.
Nope, he's 5 for 5. Jacks will go to the line for 1 and 1. That's the 9th team foul, so he'll be there for 1 in the bonus. After this, it'll be 2.
I didn't jinx him the last time. Hopefully I didn't there.
Jack Sternberger, all 5 of his points at the free throw line tonight. Knock it down.
There's a debate on my phone now. Who was the best Woodward guard? Was it David Glover or was it Jared Mitchell? It's happening in different text messages. I might need to start a group text here so they can hash it out. I'm not even sure who the better trash talker was. They're both pretty good.
2 for 2. Sternberger 7 for 7 at the line. To a 15-point lead as Kingfisher has slowly but surely pulled away here in the fourth quarter. Kingfisher will play in the championship game of this tournament again.
And there's a coach sitting down there on the far end on the baseline. Truckee Shane Feely, Alva. They're the number 2 seed in this tournament. And they got to take on Perry. That's going to be a tough game for them. Perry shot it really well yesterday. But I know he'd like to have a shot at Kingfisher. His team playing really, really well this year. Off of that great run to the state tournament a year ago.
Postseason run to get to state.
This was the year they've been looking forward to. They got there a little ahead of schedule.
Everybody back after that great run last year. Turnover. Final 30 seconds now, and now a steal. Slazicki at the timeline. I think he went over and back.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was the right idea. He just did it a little bit too soon.
Yeah.
It started going backwards there, but
got somebody right down in front of me using the Squirtle app to check all their scores, and you can do that as well. Get that Squirtle app on your phone.
This is a big weekend for it.
Oh, no doubt
all the
about
tournaments going on.
Tournament weekend. Final 24 seconds. And pretty soon this score will be updated on the Squirtle app. A win for the Kingfisher Yellow Jackets, 30 in a row. Lawrence travels.
You know, it's the second time they win a full year, and I'm not talking like one season to the next, but they never lost a game in 2021.
Yeah.
The same goes for 2019. Just remarkable numbers for this Kingfisher program.
Yeah, the last loss on December 12th, 2020 to Edmond Memorial, number 1 team in Class 6A. That'll do it. 30 straight for the Jackets. Another chance for a Wheat Capital Tournament championship tomorrow night. And we'll find out who they'll play a little bit later on. 58-43, the final. Before I let you go, Kingfisher, they were tested tonight. They needed a game like that.
Well, yeah. Honestly, I've seen them all. They've been tested several times this year. Their game at Newcastle went down to the wire.
Yeah.
They were down 4 with a couple minutes left. But, yeah, I mean.
Good athletic team you're playing tonight.
Yeah, this is a different style than what
Yep.
they've seen. And they responded. They kind of got hit in the mouth a couple of times. John Marshall, great effort. They hit some tremendously tough shots. But, yeah, it's just, these guys, they expect to win, and they have to go out and deliver. And tonight they came up with the shots when they needed them.
We'll take a break and put a wrap on this one. Once again, your final score 58-43. Kingfisher now 10-0. John Marshall falls to 6-5. This is the Wheat Capital Tournament on Squirtle, brought to you by High Plains Insurance.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like video on demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit GoPioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
The Kingfisher Yellow Jackets win their 30th game in a row, run to 10-0 on the season as they pull away from John Marshall late in this one, win it by 15, 58-43. They led 15-10 at the end of the first quarter. John Marshall led at halftime, 25-24. Couple of big threes to start the third quarter by Maddox Mecklenburg for Kingfisher, gave them the lead that they would not relinquish, and they win it 58-43. Scoring in the contest, first of all for John Marshall, Derek Lawrence with 22 to lead the way. He was the only Bear in double figures. Elijah Goldsmith had 7. Jalil Abdullah with 7 points as well. Jaquan Horton with 3. DeQuaylen Mitchell with 3 points. Bacola McLeod with 1 for Kingfisher. Leading the way, Xavier Ridenour with 16. 8 in the first half, 8 in the second half. Maddox Mecklenburg had 15, 13 of those in the second half. And on down the line, Chase Davis with 13 points. Cash Lazicki had 3. Drake Friesen with 1. Jack Sternberger with 7. 7 of 7 at the free throw line. Judd Birdwell with 1. Caden Kitchens with 2 points in the contest. Kingfisher 10-0. John Marshall falls to 6-5. And you look at the bracket. The Kingfisher Jackets will play tomorrow at 8:30 for the championship against either Perry or Alva. And John Marshall will play in the third place game at 5:30 against either Perry or Alva. And we'll have those broadcasts, both of them, right here on Squirtle tomorrow. We'll take a break. We got a girls semifinal coming up as Will Rogers out of Tulsa will take on Perry. You're watching the Wheat Capital Tournament on Squirtle, brought to you by High Plains Insurance.